Unfortunately, it appears these incidents are not ceasing, they are multiplying. Benson head coach Eric Knox had seen enough. After his players were allegedly racially abused, he calls timeout and speaks with the referee. You could see Coach Knox passionately plead with the referees as he makes his case. The head referee then communicates with the scores table. These are serious allegations that no district or association should take lightly. Thus, it appears, the same referee who communicated with the scores table goes over to this man in white in the top left-hand corner of the broadcast. One would assume this is the Benson High School athletic director, or at the very least, a member of the school's faculty. Regardless, none of this, again, should be taken lightly, and the player's safety should always be the top priority. In the aftermath, Knox filed a complaint with the Benson School District alleging that his team was subject to racist taunts during a game at their gymnasium. In his complaint, Knox said the slurs first began during the junior varsity game as varsity players who were sitting near the Benson student section reported hearing students using racist language, including the N-word. Throughout the game, both during play and timeouts, a number of my players told me one-on-one that they were hearing individuals from the student section using the N-word to taunt our players, Knox wrote. Additionally, Benson parents came to me and said that they heard people in the student section using very derogatory language about our players and felt it created a very hostile environment. By the second half, I had heard the same thing from enough players that I finally had to take action. Benson would investigate following Knox's complaint, whose basketball team at Portland's Benson High is predominantly black. Racist slurs and remarks have no place in our schools or anywhere and will not be tolerated. District Interim Superintendent Doug Hood wrote in a letter, "We take these accusations very seriously and are committed to aiding a complete and thorough investigation." One CHS student observed the racist remarks directed towards the players. A girl on the Benson basketball team fell on the court. While she was getting back up, a group of boys said to each other, "Black Lives Matter, we stand with you," in a mocking tone with their fists in the air. They then started laughing. The student said the Benson students appeared to not think the players nor the coaches could hear them. They tried to just say it to each other. The boys around that did hear it just laughed at the so-called joke. Then it turned into a he said, she said, because you know damn well how people protect their own. An independent investigator concluded that Benson High School students likely directed some sort of inappropriate language toward members of a visiting Portland team in December 2021, but added it is, quote, not possible to reach a definitive conclusion that Benson students used racial slurs. The Benson School District shared the results of the independent investigation conducted by Gay Selby, an administrator consultant for the Educational Service District, ESD 112. In the end, Selby said no one associated with Benson recalled hearing racial slurs or seeing inappropriate gestures from the Benson student section during the December 10th game. Even though Selby said the Benson players they interviewed reiterated what they'd told their coach, that they heard people in the Benson student section using the N-word when Benson players walked into the gymnasium and crossed in front of the student section. I took their words in and encouraged them to ignore them and allow our play to be the response to their racism, Knox wrote. I assured them that I had their back and that unfortunately, racism is a fact and a reality for us, and they will have to navigate this the rest of their lives. Meanwhile, the Oregon School Activities Association is investigating similar allegations during a girls' high school basketball game in which Klatskin High School players are accused of using racial slurs during a game against De La Salle North Catholic High School. The Oregonian and Oregonian Live reported that in December.